Welcome back to my talking kitchen. Liz with you. Today I'm making a beautiful chocolate and orange flourless cake. It's a really delicious cake that you would make around Christmas time or a special occasion. It has a lot of chocolate in it, but there are 3 oranges in it, so it is a really chocolate orangey, sort of like a Jaffa cake, and then it has a beautiful chocolate glaze over the top. Okay, first we're going to measure out the dry ingredients and put that into the food processor. So I need 375 grams of almond meal. Now we use almond meal instead of flour, and this is great for people who are gluten free.
Liz is measuring the ingredients using talking scales.
Whole packet in.
It is 400 grams.
Okay, that's a bit over, but it's okay. We can cope with that. So I'm doing the dry ingredients first. Pour that into your food processor. And next I'll put in my cocoa powder, which was...
1 gram.
Okay, be quiet. Next I'll put in my cocoa powder, which is half a cup. Next I'll measure out the caster sugar. Now this is 375 grams, which sounds a lot to me, but...
It is 15 grams.
We'll give it a go. And this cake really feeds
70 grams.
about 12 to 14 people.
It is 90 grams.
It's such a rich cake.
It is 109 grams.
You only need a
It is
slither.
133 grams.
Okay, that'll go in the food processor. That's all that needs.
It is 2 grams.
Turn you off.
Power off.
Now, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and this is the rising agent, along with the eggs, which it has 7 eggs, which is a lot of eggs.
A break was needed here, as there was a puppy that needed attention. Very important, you understand. A small white dog stares cheekily at the camera before lying down in her skeleton shirt. Headphone warning in 3, 2, 1.
And we're just blending the dry ingredients. And that should be enough. Next I'm going to put the microwave on and melt the chocolate. Okay, yeah, so I'm using my talking microwave, which I'm not really great on, but I've got to find 10 seconds. That one?
10 seconds, 20, 30, 40 seconds.
Okay. And off we go.
Start. High power microwave.
Okay.
30 seconds.
Don't worry, Liz. They will never see the part where you lost the spoon. It's our secret. Our view has changed to show Liz holding the chocolate. It still isn't melted yet, and is still quite hard.
It said 40 seconds, but that is way off. That needs way more than 40 seconds. I'm just thinking too, don't ever leave a spoon or any foil, anything like that, anything shiny in the microwave, you'll blow it up.
Door open.
Much better. So really that took about a minute 10, minute 20 seconds. Okay, I'm going to leave this in the microwave to stay warm. while I crack my eggs. Okay, so I've got room temperature eggs, and they must be room temperature eggs, not straight out of the fridge. And to crack eggs, I don't like to crack them on the bowl, although this sort of bowl I've got is a French bowl, and it's got a flat top on it. So you actually could crack them on the flat edge. I like to crack them on the bench or on your bench, and you just crack it, put your fingers in there and pull it apart. And I'm just going to put the shells in the lid. So that's one.
Liz cracks the 7 large eggs and places them into the bowl.
Now with a whisk, you just want to give these a good whisk. Break all the yolks up. You don't need a big foamy mixture like a pavlova. You just want it well mixed in, because this is going to go into the food processor as well with the melted chocolate. And then that's all it is, and then it goes in the tin and in the oven for 1 hour at 180 Celsius.
Liz continues to whisk the eggs.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it just a cake. This is more a dessert cake when you want to impress somebody. Okie doke. And this is going to go in we're going to use the processor again.
At this point, head chef Beanie needed a break, as she doesn't like the food processor. We see her strutting around outside inspecting the yard.
Now luckily I've got a pouring lip.
A pouring lip allows for easier pouring of liquid. Available on most containers.
Eggs in. Bowl in the sink. And chocolate out of the microwave.
100 door open. Door closed.
And let me feel that it's still all, oh yes, nice and runny. And this is dark cooking chocolate I'm using in this.
We see Liz adding the melted chocolate to the egg mixture in the food processor. This is sped up.
Okay. Now, put the food processor on. Ah! Hey, we forgot the oranges! My God!
Liz walks to the fridge and is searching for the oranges. Don't worry, I won't show this part.
Okay. Oh, there's some cream in there. We're not using that yet. Now, here's an interesting fun fact. You know your oranges, there's a little piece at the top where that's attached to the tree branch, right? It's called a peduncle. Peduncle. Isn't that a fun word? I reckon it is. So we want to cut that peduncle out. We don't want to put that through the processor. It's a bit hard, and so I'll just get a knife. Now, this really soft inside. I cooked these yesterday. There's 2 ways of cooking these. I cooked them in the microwave for 20 minutes, or you can boil them in a saucepan full of water for 2 hours, which is, I think, the harder way of doing it.
Liz searches the oranges with her fingers. She is looking for pips.
So I'm just going to quarter these, so it just makes it a bit easier on the processor to cut up.
There were many hijinks here that couldn't be shown, including the possibility of some missing cream, a beanie break, and lots of laughter.
Okay, food process on.
The sound of the food processor has been muted to save sanity. Liz is using the processor on what she has already prepared.
I never put my hand in the processor if it's still on at the wall, so I turn the electricity off because you just never know if something's going to pop on. So, oh wow. I think just a little bit more. Oh my God, that's just beautiful.
We skipped the sampling and the scene of the editor sneakily going past the camera. Please enjoy complimentary pictures of puppies instead. Liz is cleaning off as much as she can off the blades of the food processor. Please be careful when doing this.
And with the blades, you've got to be really careful. Like, they're great, but I like to give them a rinse off and then put them straight into the dishwasher, and that puts the blades away. I'm not going to get, accidentally put my hand down and get cut by them, which can happen very easily because you forget where you put things. Well, I do at times, and it can be a big accident. And if you haven't got a dishwasher, maybe put a bowl at the back of your sink and just sit your blades in that.
Liz lifts the bowl from the food processor and begins to pour it into her 20 centimetres springform tin. The mixture fills the tin almost to the top. She then places it in the oven.
Photo of this cake is on my Facebook page, and it's had a lot of looks and a lot of likes, and everyone's excited to get the recipe and see the video. I hope you liked that video. If you did, please like, subscribe and share. And also the written recipe will be under the video section. See you next time.
Gary reliable as always cameraman. Jamie director. Zoe editing. Beanie head chef, cooking assistant, time manager and best girl. My talking kitchen.